everybody, and welcome to NYE. Thank you for being here, and today on our show, we are featuring Kathy DiDomenico from Royal Funky Junk, and we're featuring Lisa Seidler from Craftin' and Cruisin'. I can't wait.
Introducing the new Xulon Press book, Enlightened, Awake, and Alive by Marcellus Curtis. Who can truly make sense of reality? What is the purpose of our lives? And how do we go about seeking the answers to the innumerable questions surrounding that purpose? Rather than continuing to ask questions, why not try imagining possibilities? Imagine looking at life from a new perspective and realizing that things happen because God is ultimately in control. Imagine finding the answers you've been looking for to make sense of it all. Imagine understanding more and finally having the opportunity to put the puzzle pieces together. You just might find your own answers, as author Marcellus Curtis did. Enlightened, Awake, and Alive shares the journey Curtis took to discover the answers to life's perplexing questions and attempts to make sense of reality for others who are just as curious about their purpose in life. Everything that happens in the world must have a reason. Life must have a purpose. The time has come to be enlightened, to wake up and live as you discover the divine plan God has for your life. Today is a new day to be awoken to new ideas and realities. Enlightened, Awake, and Alive is available at Christian bookstores and online. Purchase it today.
Welcome, everybody. This is Maria with God, Maria Herbal Crafting Chef, and welcome to DIY at Night. Hey, everybody. So today we're going to make Turkish-style eggs with a Maria twist, okay? So we're going to get going, and I have a pan on, it's not very hot yet, about medium-high heat. This is super simple, you guys, and super healthy. We're going to use some heart healthy olive oil, which is really good for your heart. It's anti-inflammatory as well. It's going to start smoking quick because I do have this fire up. Okay, so super easy, you guys. We are going to cut a red onion. Red onions have just a little bit more nutrition than white, okay? So I am going to use the red. They also have quercetin in it. There's all kinds of good stuff in it, you guys. Actually, I want to slice it this way. I almost started slicing it the wrong way, but I want to slice it long ways like this. And hopefully the fireman doesn't come because the pan is smoking, you guys. That's going to change in a second.
The firemen, I'm so sick and tired of those guys.
Yeah, the ones from the calendar. They're going to be on their way. Okay, so I am going to put in red onion, you guys. And I'm making like a pan full. So super easy, guys, super nutritious, easy peasy. Now, I'm going to use a pepper. So you can use a green pepper, red pepper, any kind of colored pepper you want. This is not even all the way whole pepper, but I'm going to use what I have. It's like almost 3/4, it's a little more. I only used a little slice of it earlier, so I was craving it. So I am going to put that in. Okay, and I'm going to actually slice these in half as well. Keebler, good luck. The varmints are in the kitchen, guys. And once I start cooking, they like to come around. So, we have two flying.
Eat it, you filthy animal.
Right? Okay. So, we have, I don't know what color this is. Is this orange?
Yeah, it's orange.
Okay. Orange pepper, you guys, okay? Now, we're going to put what else are we gonna put in here? Oh, it's so easy. So you can just do it this way, okay? If you want, you could just do it like this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a twist. You guys know I will. Because here, we have to do heart healthy and immune boosting and all that. So we're gonna add a superfood, Nepalita. This is Nepalese, which is cactus, okay? Now, earlier, I took a cactus ear and I boiled it up just a little to wash some of the slime off of it, but I kept some of it on. So I just got some of it off, and it's very healthy, you guys, for you. Studies have shown, and I'm not a doctor here to cheat, diagnose, or any of that. Do your own research. We're here for entertainment purposes, but you guys.
Slimy cactus.
Slimy cactus, it's a superfood, okay? So they say, studies say that it's good for lowering blood sugar, it's good for people with diabetes, it's good to eat, okay? It's anti-inflammatory. It helps with all kinds of things. I don't want to mention them all, some of them sound gross, but you can look it up, and we will have benefits on our page, so you'll know more, okay? I'm gonna put in some Hungarian smoked paprika in here, and some black pepper, and I'm gonna put some gray Celtic sea salt. And so that is an amazing salt that gives you plenty of minerals. You wanna use Celtic sea salt if you can. It's not like the iodized salt that you get with the girl with the umbrella. Not that one, okay? That one has different properties in it, which could be bad for you, like not great, okay?
No umbrella salt.
No umbrella salt, it doesn't do your body good. This does your body good. Okay, now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this cook up for a second. While we do that, I'm gonna cut one tomato. This tomato, you guys, is farm fresh. We're gonna take out the little top. I don't waste any of it, so I won't slice it like this and get rid of the top with the top slice. I wanna keep every bit of it. The little button I always take out of the bottom because in old country Greece, people used to get sick if they ate that. And so the way I was raised with tomatoes and Greeks, you cut that out so you don't get sick. And it can make some people sick, okay? Leslie, my assistant, do you think you can give me one more tomato, please? My assistant is on the set.
We need a tomato on the set. Raul!
Thank you, honey. This is Leslie, my assistant. And say hi, Leslie, quick. But I'm going to cut up another one real quick. And you guys, I'm going to take the bottom button off, just like that one. And I do that with every single every time I cut tomatoes. You guys, so I worked for the movies for years and years. So I am a chef to the stars. I do herbology, and I did pharmacology. So that's where I got my name, Herbal Crafting Chef. We teach you how to cook with medicinal herbs, and we teach you how to make your own soaps, lotions, potions, you know, anything, cleaning supplies. We make medicinal tea, and we try to get you healthy naturally, okay? We try to do things every day that help build your immune system, and so that's what we're about on this page, and spreading the love and, you know, using things that are on the planet from our creator. And so that's what we're here to show you to do. And so now I put in 2 tomatoes and I just sliced them up there, and we're gonna let them simmer for a second, you guys. And then, you guys, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a hard-boiled egg. We're cutting them in half, just like this, all right? And then we're plopping those on top of the tomatoes, all right? And then we're just gonna add some cheese to it. It's that simple, you guys. And it doesn't have to be beautiful. because it's going to be covered up with cheese, everybody. Okay? And this is such a healthy, so it's got protein from the eggs. These are farm fresh eggs from our TV station owner's chickens. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to add cheese as much as you want. Okay. So we're going to go heavy on it. Some more protein for us. Now, if you don't use regular cheese, you could use the fake cheese. I just don't. But if you don't use normal cheese, use the kind you want, or don't use any. You don't have to. Okay, so there we go. That's that. Now we're gonna cover it up just like so. And then I'm gonna chop up just a little bit of parsley just to put on top, you guys, okay? And so remember, whenever you have anything that you wanna do, just try to do it fresh, okay? So I'm just gonna plop a little bit up here and we're gonna put this on top. The parsley has chlorophyll, it cleans your breath, it cleans your blood, okay? And then this, you guys, so you let this steam and you can steam it just for about 3 minutes to 5 minutes, depending on your pan. And then you will scoop it out and you will garnish it with parsley, and I'll show you what that looks like in 1 second here. I will get out my dish.
Show us, please show us.
So, I'm gonna take it out just a little premature because otherwise we're gonna be here for another 5 minutes. So, this is what it looks like. Actually, it's not even premature. It's perfect. Just like me, guys.
Yay!
We always say I'm perfect because I'm perfect. So, if we let it sit longer, then of course it would harden up a little more, like kind of looking like a lasagna type thing, okay? But this is what it's going to look like for right now. And once this melts over, what it will do is it'll encrust all over the top, okay? So here is our dish, and that's a really healthy 10-minute Turkish egg with a twist. Dot Boutique, where we can dress you and your home with originality, confidence, and comfort. Everybody, next up is Kathy DiDomenica from Royal Funky Junk. Take it away, Kathy.
Hi, Maria. Thank you so much for having me here, and welcome, Sparkle Chicks and Funky Junkers. This is Kathy at Royal Funky Junk. You can find me on Facebook, where I go live multiple times a week, showing you how I like to flip thrift store finds into amazing works of art. Today, I'm going to show you how I take just a regular coaster set. It came with some coasters, and I am going to show you how I turn that into this. It's so pretty, came out so amazing. I even added little feet. I'm going to show you how I did that. You're going to start off by taking some flexible molding here. You heat it up and you can glue it down. I already have one cut to size to show you, and you're just going to heat it up with the heat gun. And once you get it heated up, it will flex and bend like this. So you're going to take some wood glue, and I'm just going to drop a little bit of wood glue on there, and we are going to brush that in. You want to make sure that you don't use any kind of hot glue for this kind of product. And you're going to take your item and you're just going to push that on there, and then you're going to give it a little bit more heat. The heat will help set the glue, and you even have a little bit of stretch when it comes to using this product. Once it's on there, that glue kicks in just a few minutes, and then we will get on to painting. This just kind of zhuzhes up your plain items into a designer look, and that's what I like to do. I like to take thrift store finds and turn them into high quality looking pieces of home decor for your home. So once you get that on there, it's good. And now you have your little decorative box. I am going to grab a plate. I already have some bronze paint mixed up. I call this my Royal Bronze Paint. I love using this paint. It's just so pretty and warm, and I love the tone of it. I am going to paint the entire outside, even all that decorative trim. You are just going to paint that. It dries fairly quickly. This is a metallic paint. I will do the inside, but just here for this segment, I'm only gonna do the top and the sides. But I will finish it off by doing everything even on the inside. And I will show you my final piece when I get it all done, because I already have one made that I showed you at the beginning of the segment. So once you get this all painted, you can set it off to the side to dry, or you can put a little bit of heat on it while you work on your coasters. I'm going to show you guys how to decoupage some coasters. It's so pretty. This color is a warm oil rubbed bronze metallic. It just makes everything look fresh and clean and new. I'm a fan of it. That's why I dubbed it my Royal Bronze. So we're going to set this off to the side to dry. And as you can see from the one that I already made, I went and added some Rub and Buff just to highlight all that detail. We added little wood beads down here for some feet, and that's what that will look like, but I'm not going to add feet on that one. I want to do this one a little bit differently. So for our coasters, you're going to start off, you're going to take your coaster. These are wood coasters. You're just going to add a little bit of paint to cover up the image that was already existing on there. These have a little wine theme to them, little quotes. I don't want that. I want a nice pretty Easter picture. This is going to be a cute little Easter coaster set. That's done. We can get rid of the paint. And here, this coaster set only came with 3, but once you get your paint all dry, you are ready to decoupage. So we'll just let that dry for a second. And if you're going to decoupage anything, you want to make sure your background is nice and white so that paper doesn't seep through. Here is the paper that we're going to be using today. It's a cute little Easter print, and it's super easy. You're going to grab some decoupage medium, and oops, a little bit much there. It's all good. That's just how we roll here at Royal Funky Junk. I'm always having some kind of blooper. I am a blooper queen. It's always some kind of shenanigans. So you're just going to put a little bit of that infuser decoupage medium onto your coaster. And I'm just going to line up one of these prints directly in the center, like so. These are going to be very, very cute, very bright and Eastery. You're just going to take a sanding block then, and you are going to shave off any excess paper. And this is rice paper, so it comes apart super easy when you're using a coarse sanding block. I do use a coarse sanding paper for this, and then it just comes off in just a couple of swipes. So once you have your coaster all done, you've got this adorable little bunny rabbit here. Oops, see? More shenanigans, my friends. Okay, so you're gonna take your next coaster, you're gonna take that decoupage medium, drop some on there. You don't need a lot, just a thin coat. I'm gonna do the next one. We'll go with this one right here. And I'm just trying to eyeball it the best I can. You're going to shave that off. And you can decoupage just about anything onto coasters. You can do family photos, a wedding photo. These make great little Christmas gifts if you have somebody that you love that just got married, or had a baby, birthday. These make great little birthday centerpieces. Look at how cute that one is right there. So we have that one. We have one more. I should have enough medium on here, but we just need a little bit more. This likes to come out quickly, so I was very careful with that one. But I hope you guys come find me on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook. I am on all the other platforms, but Facebook is where I go live multiple times a week, showing you how to do, I make over all kinds of things on the book. It's just a great time we have over there. Lots of funky junk finds to be had and seen over there that I teach you and inspire you to get creative yourself. Okay, and see how nice and clean those edges are. It just works like a champ every single time. I have made a lot of coaster sets in the years since I started my business, and they've all been fabulous. They've all been different. You can do these seasonally, but being that Easter is coming up, I figured this would be a great little DIY. So once you have all your decoupage paper on, you want to go ahead and you want to give a coat of your decoupage medium over your coasters just to seal that paper down. Make sure you get around all the edges. And that's just going to give a nice little shine to your coasters. If you wanted these to be waterproof, which I highly suggest you will, especially if you're going to be using them, you definitely want to make sure that you use dishwasher safe Mod Podge. You can find that on Amazon. Sometimes the big craft stores have it, but I usually just get it right off of Amazon. And that way you can put these in the dishwasher. I don't, but they are good if you put a drink on there that's, you know, got a little bit of spills or condensation. It will be sure to protect your coasters. You can also pick up coasters at the Dollar Tree. They're there all the time. We're gonna have this here. I'm gonna bring our little box over. It's almost dry. And you can get fun and creative with your coasters. You can add sparkle and bling. You can add rhinestones. I will go ahead once this is all dry, and I will add rhinestones to all this beautiful trim down here, like I did on this one. As you can see, there is a lot of rhinestones all the way around, and I did put a little heart right here because these are heart-shaped coasters. Not heart-shaped coasters, but we did a heart design on these for Valentine's Day, and then I added a little bit of bling up here. So there's really no amount of what you can do, and you can just put these back in there, set these up cute on your table for people to enjoy when they come to your home. And like I said, I will go ahead and paint everything in there. I'm gonna leave this one a little bit different and not put the feet, but there you have it. When you see these at your thrift store, please run and get them because they're so much fun to make over into something festive or something personalized just for you. Thank you for watching me today. I will see you guys next week. And now we are back to you, Maria.
Are you looking to brighten up your home? Perhaps your wardrobe or accessories? If so, we can help. Stop by our boutique at www.presentationsbypatty.boutique, where we can dress you and your home with originality, confidence, and comfort. Next up is Lisa Seiler with Craftin' and Cruisin'. Take it away, Lisa.
Hi, Maria. Thank you for inviting me to be on this segment. My name is Lisa Seiler, and I'm the owner and creator at Craftin' and Cruisin'. The way we got that name is that I travel often with my husband, who is still working. So when we're in the car, I don't like to be idle with my hands. He developed just a very simple desk that I can use in the car so that I can still craft and create. And then when we fly, I always make sure I take a suitcase full of crafting supplies and paint supplies so that I can continue doing lives and creating while we're gone. So I'm in the motorhome that we now have and travel in with a camping group. And that's where I craft and paint, whether we're at home, parked in the driveway as we are now, or on the road. It's raining today here in Middle Tennessee, and so with this metal roof, you might hear some raindrops. Hopefully I'll talk loud enough to talk over it. One of my favorite things to do is watercolor paint, and I did that for many years. That's what I want to share with you today. It's very simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. So the supplies I'm using today are 140-pound cold press watercolor paper by Arches. That's my favorite. I'm only going to use 3 colors, 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 blue. You'll need some paper towels. You'll need a few watercolor brushes. You may use something that will help save the whites of the paper, like a frisket or a mascoid. You probably will want a little rubber lifter of some kind to be able to lift that back after your paper dries. I will be using some table salt just to give it an added effect. You'll need a spray bottle of some kind because you may need to spray your colors to help them run or to re-wet them on your palette, which brings me to needing a palette. Maybe some tracing paper and graphite paper if you want graphite paper. So if you don't have graphite paper, you can simply turn your pattern over to the back side and go over it with dark pencil, which is graphite. Then lay it down on your paper with the right side up and trace over those lines. If you want to use graphite paper, and this is graphite paper, and that's what I'm going to use today, you want to be very light with your touch because it's hard to get watercolor to cover the darkness of the graphite paper. Make sure when you lay your pattern down, and I'm going to reach up here and tilt you guys down so you can see what I'm doing and not necessarily see me. You don't want your pattern to be right in the center. You need it off center a little bit. Now I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to trace very lightly over the outside perimeter of the picture or the pattern. I've already done this once on this one. I did print another copy, but I think I'll just reuse this. I just want to get the basic pattern. So now you can see that I have my basic pattern drawn or outlined on the paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a very big wash brush. This is by Princeton and it's a size 18. Alrighty, whenever you're working with watercolors, especially if you're doing a background, you want to start with your yellow color first. Then you can drop in your red, and then you can drop in your blue and let them mix and mingle. I'm going to take my yellow, and I'm just going to drop the yellow paint where my paper is wet. And remember that the watercolor will only go where the paper is wet. Now I'm going to get some of my red. And I'm not thinking of any particular pattern or shape here. I'm just trying to get in a pretty background. And you want all of your corners to look different. You don't want there to be any consistency. Now, the way to get it to run is to take your spray bottle and just spray it and say, run, baby, run. Now we're going to put some blue. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let some of the shine dry off a little bit before I put some table salt in here. I'm going to take my table salt and just sprinkle all over here. Wipe the baby's bottom down here and down here. And now let's go in and put some salt on this side. Now we're going to take a big wide brush and we're going to brush off the excess salt and see the kind of pattern that we are left with. The pattern is very subtle, but you can see some of it right over here especially. Now what we're going to do is just take a smaller brush, a round brush. I'm going to be using this, this is a number 12 watercolor brush, and I'm just going to start adding some color into this rabbit. Now, I should have, before I started this, and I didn't, used the mascoid that I mentioned to you around his eye, because I want to save some of the white area around his eye. The best way to do that when you're doing any kind of watercolor painting is to use some kind of a product that you can leave on temporarily that will just keep certain areas white. So while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to take the end of a small paintbrush, and you can also use a toothpick. So I'm going to go right here, right now, and put a little bit of pink or red into his nose. Maybe get a little more water. Also, I need to tell you that watercolor normally dries 2 shades lighter. So let me make sure that I can get this mascoid off. So I'm just taking this little rubber remover. I'll have to go back and add some paint, and that's okay. Now we have a big white area around his eye. We don't need quite that much white. I'm going to go back to this size 12. Yes, size 12. And we're going to take some of this brown now. And we're going to go right around here and up and over. I still have a little bit more work I want to do on him. Let me show you the finished product. This is the one. He came alive a little bit more, didn't he, than the other one. So, but with a little more work, we could have twins. So, let yourself go. Let me tilt you back up. Let yourself go with watercolor. Let yourself have so much fun. It's just water and paper and paint, and you can always take it back to the white of the paper. So I've enjoyed this so much. Thank you so much, Maria, for including me in this amazing platform. I hope you all have a great day and have an opportunity to bless someone, because I'm sure you've been blessed. Thanks again, Maria, and back to you.
Okay, everybody, next up is Maria Chapman with Heart to Art DIY with Maria. All right, Maria.
And thank you, Maria. Hi, my name is Maria Chapman, the owner and creator of Heart to Art DIY with Maria. And get ready, because I'm going to show you how to make your own DIY self-healing project. So for prepping purposes, I base coated this wooden cross with white chalk paint. Then I grabbed a turquoise, a tan, and white paint. And here I'm painting on the edge where there's a little fading, shading, as you could see. So we'll go all the way around the outside and fill in the inside with more of the tan color. Then we will get our adhesive gel glue and start to add our stones or whatever you choose for your element. And as this is a self-healing project, with each pebble, stone, shell, rhinestone, whatever it is that you choose to lay down onto this cross, think about something that maybe you want to stop doing, you want to start doing, to use that as a tool to think and use self-therapy to help you through the day, to help you start your tomorrow. And you just lay down each piece and leave it in your mind that this is what you're doing. And this piece will be like no other. It is your design, your feelings, and all for your self-healing. So I went around the whole cross and filled in all the gaps. I used stones, shells, tiny pebbles, and then we add a twine string for the hanger, or you could use ribbon. And here we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed the project and that I have inspired you to do your own. Thank you for having me. Back to you, Maria.
Have you ever felt lost, longing for a glimmer of hope? Welcome to Restored by Hope. Meet Vicky Ann, a missionary in Central America. She spreads the love of Jesus, igniting hope in hearts. Join her in overcoming life's trials under God's grace. Follow Vicky Ann's journey on Facebook. Be a part of a wonderful community rooted in love and healing.
Okay, next up we have Lydia Scaniff, again, from Studio Lydia Bridget Design. All right, Lydia.
Yay! What a joy and a blessing of the Lord to be on your TV show, Maria. Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. I am Lydia Bridget, director, founder, creator, artist of Studio Lydia Bridget Design. I am also a singer and a songwriter. I have written my first song and recorded it and will be released March 31st, 2024, Resurrection Day. Yay! So excited about that. I love to take random items and recycle them into beautiful works of art. You're going to be excited to see what I have to show you today. We're going to take this beautiful teapot and transform it into something really awesome. It is not silver plated or silver at all. It's just it looks silver-ish. We're going to take it and we're going to cover it with a coat of 2 coats of actual chalk paint, and then we're going to create a chocolate brown color with the black, the brown, and the red, and it's going to give you this coffee bean dark chocolate cover. We're going to cover the body of the teapot with the brown, and then we're going to I will show you what it looks like. This is the white all over, with the exception of the knob and the spout and the handle and the feet, because these are going to be done with gold metallic paint. And up here at the top, we're going to check this with the brown chocolate paint right here. And the way that I have done this, I've divided this in pie shape, pizza pie like this, north, south, east, west. And then I went around and created 3 circles around to give you this. And here's the chocolate brown color. And then I marked the X's and the spots where I'm going to draw the brown chocolate paint. And then on the body, I'm going to put this floral, this beautiful sunflower design, and I'm going to build it around to create a larger design on the front. And the back is, of course, this is going to be brown as well. And then after it is all done, we're going to add a coat of a sealer and let it dry, and then we will apply 1 and 2 step crackle medium and let it dry, and then apply the blue metallic paste on top of the check and the body, and line the checks at the top right here with the gold metallic paint marker, and then apply this pretty bling right here on the spout, and pretty bees right here on top of the check, and a bee right here on the back of the handle, and then draw the handle with metallic paint, and to give it that beautiful finished look. And now I'm going to show you how to do the checks. How I do the checks: flat stubby brush like so, and I'm going to simply go and check out all of these spots that I have X'd out. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. So that's kind of what it looks like. And after all said and done, what you will have is something like this. Take a peek here. Look how beautiful this is. And here, and take a look at the bee right here at the handle, and the bee right here on the top. And if you want to, you can open it, put a candle and some greens, and you would have a beautiful centerpiece. And I also now at the end want to remind you, all things are possible if you believe. And now back to you, Maria.
Are you looking to brighten up your home? Perhaps your wardrobe or accessories? If so, we can help. Stop by our boutique at www.presentationsbypatty.boutique, where we can dress you and your home with originality, confidence, and comfort. All right, everybody, next up is Andrina Romero with Lee Lexi Creations. Yay! All right, Andrina.
Hola Maria, thank you so much for having me once again on your TV show. I'm going to be using my wonderful tools that I love to use so much, and we're going to cut some amazing carrot cutouts. Now, as far as tools go, always remember you use your proper protection for your eyes, your nose, and your hands. So here is my tool list. I'm going to be using a miter saw, a scroll saw, some plywood, my gloves and goggles. And of course, here is where you can find me. You can find me on Facebook and on Etsy. I do sell these cutouts. And of course, I craft with them on Facebook. So we are going to start off with my sheet of plywood. This one is thin and I'm using my 4-ply plywood. And I'm going to be cutting some carrots. These carrots I actually draw on a piece of cardboard kind of thing, and I draw them out, I cut them out, and then I have to draw them onto the piece of plywood. So here you will see me layer them down or lay them down on the piece of plywood, and with a wood pencil I'm just gonna trace those out onto my sheet of plywood. Now I do draw all my cutouts out, so what you actually get as a cutout is all from my imagination, and these are actually wonky cutouts, so that's why wonky carrots, I'm sorry, and so that's why you see them a little bit on the wonky side and very unnatural side, but that is exactly how carrots are, very oddly shaped. So here I am just tracing them out. This particular kit comes with 3, so I did have a lot of orders, so I'm just gonna make sure to run all those carrots through the whole sheet of plywood on here. And so you'll just see me repeat this process until I draw all these on the whole sheet of plywood. And this gave me about 10 sets of these 3 carrots. So it's very, very fun to do this, guys. This is like one of my best things to do. I love it. So here I am grabbing my goggles because I'm about to cut wood, and my plywood, I like to cut it on my scroll saw. A scroll saw will be guided by you, so make sure you use gloves. A lot of carpenters and woodworkers don't like to use gloves. I do because I'm scared of all saws. I just am like that, even though I use them every day. But here is my scroll saw. This is how it looks like, and this is you guiding the wood, okay? So it does not cut for you, it does not cut the shape for you. You have to guide the piece through the saw. So here you're gonna see me guide this sheet of plywood through the saw. And I'm just starting off by sectioning off my sheets. Since the whole sheet of plywood cannot be cut you know, I don't know how to explain it, but you can't cut everything from those big pieces of plywood. So I have to make sure that I make them smaller. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm sectioning these off. So I end up with these like this, with small sections. So I'm going to go ahead and run these carrots drawouts through my scroll saw. And we're going to get some amazing carrots out of this. Again, I am just guiding my cutout through, and there's my first cutout. I love these wonky carrots, guys. You're gonna see me do this really, really fast, but I finished another 2 carrots. Now remember, your hair has to be out of the way if you have long hair like me. The next step is to sand these out. So I actually have a handheld sander, and it's a very old sanding piece or tool. My grandfather gave it to me, and I just love using it. I don't mind using it. I'm going to be using this sanding sheet in the 120 grit. I like the 120 just because the plywood is already half sanded, so I just have to finish it off, in other words. So I'm going to work with this wonky carrot, and I'm going to start sanding it off. You are supposed to wear eye gloves. I mean, I wear but I choose not to, but definitely would want to do that because I have gotten styes because of this. So I keep one glove on the hand that I'm using the tool with, and then the other hand does not have a glove. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but this is because I like my pieces to be finished really, really nicely and be really smooth. And with my hand, I'm able to feel that smoothness, and that's how I know when the carrot is done. So here I'm just going over the wonky carrot, and I'm just feeling my way through, and then I do all the edges. I do like a round edge on all my cutouts. I just prefer it that way. and it looks beautiful that way too. So I round those off and I make them really, really nice and smooth. And I make sure to run that sander on top of it as much as I can to get that really smooth surface. I inspect my pieces a lot. And once I approve them, they go on a little pile next to me. This is my other wonky carrot. You're just going to see me do a little bit faster. And here's my third little carrot. And they're all different. And yes, you guys could purchase these carrots on my Etsy shop. It's Lexi Creations on Etsy. They're really, really fun to work with. So here are all my carrots. You'll see them to the right. My husband bought this vacuum, but it blows out air as well, just like most vacuums do. And I'm blowing some air on them because there is a lot of particles that stay on here, like wood particles. And I need to get those all out before I send these orders out. So I'm just blowing it with a lot of air on here, and they are done. So this is how the carrots end up looking. And I hope you guys loved this little tutorial. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. And you guys can always check me out on Facebook. I would love to hang out with you. And on Etsy, of course, because I have these available for you. Thank you so much, Maria, for having me. We go back to you.
All right, everybody. Next up is our Kids Corner with the amazing Brooke. And Brooke will be with Danette. So wait till you see what they're going to do.
Thank you, Maria. Hi, my name is Danette. I'm with LaBelle Junk.
And my name is Brooke.
Hi, Brooke. What are we making today?
We're going to be making a snuffle mat.
What's a snuffle mat?
A snuffle mat is an enrichment for dogs or horses.
Okay. And what are we doing to get started?
So you're going to take a sink mat and you can cut it into half. That's why it's not so big of a snuffle mat.
Oh, okay. You don't need something too big.
No.
Okay. So how do we get started?
So you're going to take some fabric, and you're going to just lay it flat.
What kind of fabric are you using?
I'm using not fleece fabric, but you do want to use fleece fabric because this fabric's falling apart. So you want to make sure you're using fleece.
Okay, fleece it is. Okay. So how do you do it?
So you're going to take a piece of fabric and you're going to tie it to the mat. Like that. You're going to poke it under the hole, and the mat has to have holes if you want to.
Okay.
You can help if you want.
Oh, well, thanks. I will try it.
And you just tie them like this. You can tie them 3 times, so like the beginning of a shoelace.
Ah, okay.
If you can tie it 2, 3, but they will say if you tie it once if you want.
Well, this is super easy. You can do this while you're watching TV.
Yeah.
Now, something like this is great for dogs, you said, and for horses?
Yes.
Does it keep them from being bored?
Yeah.
Okay. And would this work for dogs that maybe eat too fast? Okay. So it kind of slows them down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fun. All right. So we'll do one more. And then we'll show everybody what it looks like when it's finished. Just a simple little tie. It's pretty fabric too.
Thanks. It's cow print.
Love the cow print. Okay?
Okay.
So once you get it the mat all tied up, it looks like
it'll end up like this.
And
you'll have this beautiful pattern on the back of it.
Okay.
And you're just gonna lay it flat.
And
then you can take some dog treats, kibble, sprinkle it in.
Oh, you just sprinkle it in like that?
Yep. And you can just rub it in if you like.
Well,
and then
great.
the dogs can enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Brooke, for showing us this. Maria, back to you.
All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the show. Next up is Pastor Isaiah to close us out with a prayer. And stay tuned for next week. We're going to have Jeanette on with LaBelle Junk at Home.
Hello, I'm here with another devotional, and today's devotional is taken from the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 28, which reads, "Have you not known? Have you not heard? The everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, neither faints nor is weary. There is no searching of his understanding." I always like this particular scripture because this particular scripture gives you some insights. It's not very long, but when you break it down and pick it apart, you find some good truths in here. And one of the first truths that you find in here is he says this, there's question marks behind the first two statements. He says, have you not known? Have you not heard? Well, to hear is to be acquainted with knowledge or information, but to know is to understand or believe in or to know something as being a fact. And here he's saying, have you not known and have you not heard that the creator of the ends of the earth neither faints nor grows weary, nor is searching for his understanding knowable. Meaning God is bigger and deeper than we could possibly understand, but there is a possibility of knowing him. There's a possibility of hearing about him. One of the things as believers we're supposed to do is to tell people about Jesus Christ, to tell people about salvation so that they have the opportunity to hear. And once they have heard, it's up to them to get to know the Creator on a personal level so that they can understand the later half of this scripture, which is that he is the creator of all, to the ends of the earth, and he neither faints nor grows weary. That means that God doesn't get tired of hearing our problems, working things out for us, helping us, doing things for us. God has infinite energy and infinite attention span. We can trust God to take care of us in all things. Let me pray over the message. Father, we just thank you for this scripture that gives us insight. Help us to understand, help us not to just hear from you, but help us to know you in a deeper way so that we can get more understanding for what is fact and what is true in this world, Father, so that our lives are enriched. We thank you for this in Jesus' name. Amen. I'm Pastor Isaiah with New Hope Fellowship, Pahrump, Nevada. Thank you for watching.